Howdy, folks. Welcome back. So, we're doing a little different report tonight because I've just made an incredible revelation. So, oh man. All right, let's start off here. First of all, this is a little diagram of the Earth's in, insides and its core. Lately, there's been talk of the core stopped spinning. And I have been searching all the different instruments looking for a instrument that will give me a reading of the Earth's electromagnetic field. In the meantime, in the process, I was studying, looking at some of these other channels and stuff. I'll explain this in a minute, but first we're going to look at this diagram of our Earth right here, Earth, of the inside of our Earth right here. And let me just, maybe I can't pull it up. Center it a little bit more. I think my magnifier, can I pull this in? Nope. All right, well, that's okay. For tonight, we're just doing this. First place. Okay. So, here we have a bisection of the Earth with the core right here. This is supposedly a solid, like nickel or metal core, all right? The outer inner core, this is like another core, but another shell, an inner shell around the main core that spins. This spins inside of this shell, right? Now, if you take two metal objects and you move them in between each other and they build up friction and heat. Well, when one metal object expands and the other metal object expands, these two fields on this boundary line begin to rub together, right? There's electromagnetic radiation that's penetrating our magnetosphere. It hits the magnetosphere, gets directed to the poles. It goes through the poles down to the core of the Earth. If the core is to heat up and expand, it would heat the surrounding plasma, causing it to expand. While there's no release at the surface, we've had little minor pops and little squeezes of volcanoes here and there, but not enough. And now this is grinding, the core is grinding on this inner band right here, okay? And when hot metal, grinds on other hot metal, what happens? Anybody know what happens to a metal, to an engine, when hot pistons rubbing inside of hot cylinders? They both expand and the engine seizes, and this stops spinning. So I have a feeling that may be an explanation for what is happening, because what I found is deeply disturbing. And first of all, I got to explain this stuff first before we go there. So hang on. All right, let me just sip. Sorry, I'm a little rattled tonight because you guys are going to be blown away when you see what I found. So let me finish explaining here. So we have our inner core grinding on this outer shell, okay? It's metal grinding on metal. Now, I'm going to give you a little example of what I'm talking about, because my brakes in my truck are going out and I'm getting them done tomorrow, and this is when it occurred to me. When your brake rotor, say this is the brake rotor, but it's round, right? And it gets hot and expands, it warps, right? What happens when you have a warped brake rotor with pads that are overheating and worn out, and they're grinding on the rotor, right? Pretty soon they grind so hard that they lock up, right? Okay. Now, this grinding motion, this grinding effect of metal on metal, causes a harmonic vibration, harmonic tremors that we can detect up here at the surface, right? Harmonic tremors are happening inside the Earth, okay? These harmonic tremors, there's got to be a way to detect these. That's when it occurred to me. And you guys are going to be blown away when I show you this. This is, all right, before I go there, there's more. First, I got to slow down and focus, guys. So bear with me here, because this is not easy. Let me play what this is. All right, first of all, this is Suspicious Observers. He's like a competitor to my channel. Now, he's more scientific bound, and I disagree with him on a lot of his concepts and stuff, but I do still watch him for other knowledge of astrophysics, and some of the stuff that they capture leads to other stuff that I learn. So here we are at his video, and he was talking about Earth's core rotation has changed. This is Suspicious Observers, Ben Davidson, reporting that Earth's core rotation has changed. Okay, so let me X this out of here and get this out of there. All right, at this point, I'm going to play his video. I'm going to do a quick disclaimer. I'm only playing this video for educational purposes only. You guys come over here and check out Ben Davidson. Even though his stuff it doesn't agree with me, you guys can learn some stuff from him as well. All right, and I'm going to start his video, and I want you to listen really closely to what he says here, because I'm in agreement with some of this, except for his conclusion.
Some think it switches back and forth between superrotation and subrotation every couple decades. But now, there will be extreme focus on the subject in the world of geology. They are poised to figure it out for sure. One thing we know is that changes at that level affect the rotation speed of the planet, the length.
Changes will affect the rotation speed of the planet. That's one. Write that down. That's number one.
Of day, and most geologists believe it impacts the strength of the magnetic field and the position of the magnetic poles.
All right.
The speed of the planet, the length of day.
So it's going to affect the speed of the planet, the length of the day.
And most geologists believe it impacts the strength of the magnetic field and the position.
And most geologists agree that it impacts the magnetic strength of the magnetic field. Okay, we all know this. We understand this is the little dynamo inside Earth that creates our magnetic field, our protection from the sun and all kinds of electromagnetic radiation, exotic particles coming from outer space and stuff. Okay. Okay, bear with me, folks. So, did you hear what he said? No.
Position of the magnetic poles.
Let's go back again real quick.
The rotation speed of the planet, the length of day, and most geologists believe it impacts the strength of the magnetic field and the position of the magnetic poles.
And the position of the magnetic poles. Okay, so they believe that this affects the magnetic field and the position of the magnetic poles. We are witnessing the poles wandering, and he reports on the poles wandering. He shows you all that stuff too, okay? So, he just gave you 4 things to look for. The Earth's rotation slowing down, days getting longer, okay? The electromagnetic shell, the field weakening, and then the last one he said was the poles wandering would all be signs of the core's rotation changing or stopping, okay? Now listen closely to what he continues on with.
From that perspective, these articles which force the field to have a greater focus on the topic should result in new revelations about all of it over the coming months and years, and given the fact that we are in a geomagnetic excursion, a magnetic pole shift right now, that is a good thing. Folks, we are in a geomagnetic excursion, a magnetic pole shift right now, that is a good thing.
I disagree. That is a bad thing. That is an indication that our core is slowly stopping and having problems, okay? He even agrees. He just told you those 4 things to look for, except he said a magnetic excursion would be a good thing to look for. No, it's a bad thing, and it's a sign of the core slowly grinding to a halt, okay? Now, oh boy. Give me strength, Lord, and let this work. Please let this work, Lord. This is too important right now. Please bear with me in my computer here. We've got to do a couple of little hop, skip, and then jump here. Now we're going to human resonance today. Now, if you guys follow MBB, Mr. MBB, he took down the Schumann resonance link, and it's not showing much, and I had trouble finding a spot to find the Schumann resonance today. because it occurred to me when metal is grinding on metal, it causes harmonic vibrations deep in the earth. Those vibrations come up, bounce off the ionosphere or the atmosphere, and create harmonic vibrations or resonance. The Schumann resonance. Now, if you guys listen to MBB, he said, "Hey, this thing was just normal for the longest time. It had these this one little stripe, and then it started showing 3 and 4, and then it started doing all this stuff." Okay, and that was about 9 years back. So ever since, we've been having the Schumann resonance do this. Now, what you're looking at here, and I'm going to go down here. Please let me do this, Lord. Please let this work. Oh, it was just working a minute ago. All right, let's try reloading it again. Oh, I should have left it up there. Retry. Come on, load this thing up, please. Oh, no. Anyways, I was getting to the archive here. Let me just try reloading the whole page again. Come on, God, help me post this. We have to have the archive because I found something in the archive. So, maybe we will try opening a new page. Bear with me for a second. This is extremely important. Go grab something to drink or a snack while I pull this up, because what I'm about to show you is going to be amazing. If we can get this, please pulled up, Lord. Nope, that's not what I want. Wow. I had this queued up and then my computer froze up, so there it is. Please, come on now, work this time. All the way, load it all the way. Well, I don't have a login, and it was letting me see him before. Oh, crap. Anyways, I want you to look at this. This is the earth, this is the core scraping along the inner shell, and those harmonic vibrations cause this to do this. All right, it's much like standing on the brakes of your truck with its squeaky brakes, right? You got metal on metal grinding, and every time it does that, it makes a squeak. Well, a squeak is a high-pitched harmonic vibration, and these are squeaks right here. This is a squeak of the core rubbing against the inner core, and almost like say you're pulling a car that's all the brakes are locked up and it gives a little bit and stops and gives and stops. Well, these are the gives right here, where it's giving and it's squeaking, and then it stops and it starts to move again, and then it grinds again. So, oh man, let me. Oh, I gotta create an account online. I can't do that with all you guys watching. I wish this would have just worked like it did 5 minutes ago. One last chance here. You know what? I might just go log in, set up an account, and come back and do it live. So that's what I'm going to do, because what I have to show you is way too important. So everybody hold that thought. I'm going to pause this, and then I want you guys to hit the bell, whatever you need to do. Come back in 5 minutes or so and look for me going live again. I'll be right back. I love you all. God bless you all. Until I come back, hang around here. I'll be right back.